you think made it difficult to get the offense going tonight?
I thought we just didn't really get pucks in deep until the third. We really I thought we made the game harder on ourselves than we needed to be, and we paid for it.
Is there something that was they had going in the neutral zone that made it difficult to gain the zone with possession?
It was a different look than we've seen. It was just the standard 1-2-2. For some reason, for them, it looked a little bit different. I don't know. I think it was more on us, and yeah.
There was that wild sequence early in the game where it looked like you pretty much pulled the puck off the goal line, and then Connor made a great save. Just how did you see that play out?
Well, I was in the wrong spot, so I needed to pull that one out. So yeah, I mean, I needed to bail my goalie out there because he bailed me out getting a piece of that, and yeah, just not good enough by me.
4 losses in a row. How do you feel that your group can kind of best handle some adversity here?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the first little bit of adversity we've had this year, and nobody likes to deal with it, but the only way to get through it is as a team and as a group of 5 individuals going on the ice. And at the end of the day, I think we got to look ourselves in the mirror and just really dig deep, because this ain't going to get any easier.
Is there a fatigue factor to what's happening lately?
Everybody in the league's going through it.
It sounds like an important message. Like when we asked Scott about that as well, he says, well, yeah, we acknowledge it, but everybody. So is that something that you're talking about as a group and making sure it's not an excuse?
Well, I just think, everybody on our team watches hockey, and you see how many, games we played, and, you don't see a team going 4 or 5 days without a game, right? Like, it's constant with the Four Nations coming up in February, so it's not an excuse for our group, and probably not an excuse for any other team in the league.
In the last 10 minutes of that game, what made it difficult to get up to speed before that?
We weren't bad in the first, and then in the second we just got away from our game a little bit, and them getting 2 4-4 goals was tough, and they clogged it up. They played good D, and it made it tough for us to get to the net, and yeah, we didn't play our game.
What do you think has led to kind of the lack of scoring chances generated by you guys this game and the last 4 as a whole?
I don't know if I can pinpoint it right now. I think it's just a matter of wearing teams down. Obviously everyone's gunning for us, and they know they got to play us hard. So I think it's just a matter of getting back to looking at the blueprint that we were doing earlier, and just try to get back to that.
Your teammates suggested that that's a different look than you usually see from the St. Louis Blues. When you know a team the way that you do, and all of a sudden there's a coaching change, how difficult can it be when they come in looking different than they've looked in the past?
Yeah, we kind of, it's not like it was, this was their first game with it. We've been able to see what they kind of were playing like, and they worked hard. They got the puck to the slot. They made good plays. They made it tough on us, and clogged up the neutral zone, and made it tough for us to get any sustained pressure. So, they played a good game. We just didn't really.
Is there a mindset that can get the offense going back how it was going, 10 games ago or so?
I think it comes down to a little bit of execution. Making passes when you need to. You're putting in a guy's tape. A little bit of execution. I think that's always a starting point. Is make sure we're sharp in practice whenever we're on the ice. Make sure that things are just a little sharper.
Mark, you mentioned the 4-on-4 and the 2 goals. That's an area you guys generally are very good at in 4-on-4. What do you think the Blues kind of did to maybe tilt the tables a little bit there?
They made a couple good plays, and some odd man breaks, and guys with speed. So they made some good plays.
You were back taking a lot of face-offs tonight. Is that a sign maybe that feeling a little better to be able to add that back to the resume?
Yes.
You mentioned just execution, although it didn't make ultimately a difference to get that goal for you and your group there? I mean, is that a big step, potentially something to at least try and build off?
And there's a little bit of clock left. Obviously it's a starting point. Make it 3-1. Make them get a little tense. And then obviously it would have been nice to get another crack at it and make it 3-2. But that's just the way she goes.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
To that, what turned into a lengthy 4-on-4, it'd be safe to say that you liked a lot of maybe what your team was doing at that point?
I liked the first period. The second period we got cute. We missed assignments on the 4-on-4 twice, but the second period it was just we were trying to play cute hockey. We were trying to make highlight reel plays. We weren't just playing north-south and forcing them to defend like we did in the first. And obviously they scored those 2 goals, but they spent pretty much the whole period in our end of the rink.
And is that a product maybe of just pressing too hard with 3 losses in a row and guys maybe doing things that they don't normally do?
A little bit. I think we had a lot of zone time. We had a lot of puck possession in the first period, and thought maybe thought that's what it was going to be for the second. St. Louis came out. They really got simplified. They really kind of they built off of those 2 goals on the 4-on-4. So we know the right way to play, and we just got away from it. And it just, again, we get in situations like that. We didn't attack the net near enough, which when we're on our game, we get the puck, we work to get the puck, and then we attack, and we didn't do that in the second period.
So if you're looking for like a silver lining, at least to get the goal late there with the goalie out, is that something maybe you can try and build off going forward here?
It would have been nice if, it would have been nice if it was 5-on-5. I think that, but I mean, there was a push in the third, but it's still we didn't attack the net. We had some great chances where we made one more pass or tried to make one more play, and you know what, we just got to find. We go into Buffalo, we just got to simplify how we play. It's just right now. And this, we knew it was going to swing. We had a lot of good fortune here long before these 4 games, and it swung the other way. Now it's as a group sticking together and making sure that we go out and do what we do best, and that's defend first and play a simple game.
I think based on what you guys have accomplished earlier on in the season, everybody believes that this is a good team going through a tough time as opposed to something catastrophic. But I'm wondering what the conversation and chatter and messaging is right now, because we've talked about how the schedule's not an excuse, but you've hit 4 in a row now, and now you're out of first place, which you had. Do you address those things? How do you approach the big picture?
We don't look where we're sitting. We look at sort of like we talked about when we beat teams, it was the next opponent and moving on. I mean, we do our video. We look at things. We'll look at things that happen in this game tonight. We'll go back over that and just continue to get guys to realize that there's certain ways that we need to do things to have success, and it just we'll talk about it, but we can't dwell on it. But at the end of the day, we need to be better as a group, and that's the biggest thing. Is that we won all those games as a team, and we're not. This isn't going to change here. These games everybody's had a little bit of fault at some of these losses, and now it's just a case of us sticking together and going on the next game on the road here and trying to find a way to win that hockey game.
You talked about rush chances sort of over the course of the road trip, and that I think at 4-on-4 those rushes would also be an item. Is 4-on-4 different? Like when we're talking about this game afterwards, is that coverage different? Is that shift too long, or is it a little bit? I want to say, is there a difference between the 4-on-4 and 4-on-5?
Yeah, there is. There's a lot more man-on-man, which we don't play. 5-on-5, there's a lot more of that. 4-on-4. First one, we have a guy fall down. We got 2 guys on the wrong side of the puck. I mean, the next one we duplicate and then we let a guy come right down the middle. Like, those are things for me. And again, this is about the last time I'll say this on the schedule and the games that we're playing. It just, there's some mental things that are happening, and you go, wow, where did that come from? And it's happening, and it's happening at the wrong time for us right now. And going back to the earlier question, it's right now trying to have a good mental mindset when we go into this next game and realize that that we're still a good hockey team. Do what we need to do. Do what you need to do as for an individual to help the team have success.
I'm curious as to your review of the third pair and whether they managed to sort of keep it simple as you advised this morning.
Well, there was times I think that I think as a group there too, we all kind of got like I said, we didn't simplify enough. But I think that I was okay with what they were doing. I mean, there's some things that we'll look at and continue to work on. But at the end of the day, they've got they have a part to play on this team as well.
As a whole, what do you think are the main things contributing to the lack of 5-on-5 scoring chances over the last 4 games?
For me, the biggest one, there's 2 things. One for us is that we have opportunities to attack the net, and we look for one more play. And the other side of it is when we get inside, when we get bodies and numbers inside, that creates those second and third opportunities. Sometimes it's the opposition trying to keep you out of there, but sometimes it's your will to go inside there and go get those second chances. But for me, the attack mindset has kind of been something that we've had for most of the year, and right now we're kind of deferring. We're trying to maybe make one more play. Our D aren't getting pucks down from the top to the net front, but also we don't have that second chance or that getting into that battle to get that second chance.
Brad Lambert, made a season debut. He seemed to be all over the ice, and whether it was battles or taking away pucks from players. Some of them, a lot bigger than him. I'm just curious on that front, like what you thought of Brad's effort and compete in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he saw his speed a few times, and there's things when he gets pucks, he makes plays, and I think that for him, I know he was nervous, and but I thought he showed well, and there's still some little teaching things that it's a different league up here, and it's more about it without the puck. But all in all, I mean, I was happy with his game.
When you talk about simplifying, is it as simple as just getting more pucks to the net based on your shot count, getting bodies to the net, and just getting the puck there based on the goal you had tonight, and another great chance I think Scheif had when he redirected it. You guys just need to get men to the net and get more pucks there.
Well, we started to make 50-foot passes and 100-foot passes coming through the neutral zone. Like when we make the 5-foot, 10-foot passes, and we're giving and going and one touch and then attacking off of those offensively. When we have puck support and we did it. We did it in the first. We had it. The movement was going, and we had some opportunities. But again, like I said, in the second, it just seemed like we wanted to make one more play, and it's that mindset of this league. There's good goaltenders. You're not going to just get those one-timer situations with nobody standing around you. It's going to take greasy goals, getting inside, and deflections, those type of things. And right now, going back to the original question, like we haven't been able to score as of late, so it's probably going to take greasy ones. It isn't going to take highlight reel ones.
When you play the kind of hockey you guys play, where it's all about going and getting the puck back as quick as possible because that gives you more opportunities. It's been acknowledged by the coaching staff in years past and this year. That's a hard brand of hockey to play. You got to grind to play that kind of game. Is there something to this that you guys got such a lead at the beginning of the year that it's hard to stay motivated to play that style of game when there's not anyone nipping at your heels at some point? You fall off.
No, I don't think so. That's disrespecting the league and the other teams. I think that we're not a team that can just go out, and we're not the 80 Oilers just go out and have the puck the whole game. This is a hard league, and I don't think that's our case right now. This is just sometimes it's the mindset. You go out there and oh man, I haven't scored. I'm not getting my chances, and your mindset is I'm going to get rid of the puck or I'm going to pass it off. And I just think that it's just us and that getting back to our mindset of being an attack team when we do get the puck. That just will go a long way towards us kind of spending more zone time, having more zone time, and create more opportunities. Thanks.